Welcome, Scorpio. And let's get started with that Eight of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands. Lots of action going on for you this week, Scorpio. The King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Ten of Swords. So, lots of action, a little bit of challenge, and a little bit of money, but a very good money card for you. And then you have the Chariot and you have the Hermit, which is interesting. The Chariot usually represents travel or a change, movement, and then the Hermit is talking about inner wisdom, solitude, being off to oneself, and being away from the normal grind of life. So perhaps that Chariot is taking you there. That Chariot is working with that. So some changes, some things that need to happen for you are going to happen, but with these two in conjunction, they're going to work together. So that travel may be alone. That travel may be to someplace where you can be alone, someplace that you need to go to. It can also mean that you're going to change your state of mind, change your way of thinking, change your actions. So having time to yourself, that inner solitude, really getting in touch with yourself, taking the time to really break from social activity so that you can really think about, what do you want to do? What is your path? Where do you want to see yourself? And this week, I feel like you're really going to be taking that time for yourself, Scorpio, to figure out, what do I want and where do I see myself? Where am I going with this? So where am I going, with that Chariot? So it's more of like an emotional and a spiritual, intellectual journey. I don't feel like you really are going to need to travel or physically move from one place to another for this to work. You are going to be able to find that place within yourself wherever you're at, Scorpio. So your travel, your Chariot is for your spiritual self, for what you need to do for yourself, within yourself, that inner wisdom. So those two power cards are definitely talking about changes happening for you for the better, and for you internally, for you emotionally. So that's what's happening for you this week, Scorpio. So pay attention to what you need. You might find yourself really stopping for a minute and saying, well, gosh, do I want to do this? I've had a really busy weekend. Do I want to be running all week? I have to work. I really would like to do this. I have this project I've wanted to work on. I have this thing I'd like to do. So I think me time is going to be very important for you this week, Scorpio, and you're just going to find the time to do it. Your stars are going to align, and you're going to have that inner wisdom. You're going to have that time to yourself and really make some changes for yourself. So the travel and the journey is internal for you this week, Scorpio. And that is good for you because you tend to be very intense. You really like to understand things, and you've been so busy recently that you haven't had the chance to really do that. So I think that this time, this downtime for you, this inner wisdom, this travel that's going to be without leaving the room you're in, I think that's going to be very good for you and how you like to live your life. I think it's going to be very beneficial to you. So since we're talking about that, let's look at your challenge, your Eight of Swords and your Ten of Swords. Excuse me. So the Eight of Swords is just more of the same. It's saying that you are going to be exhibiting some real constraint because you need it in order to really know that you're making the right choices. You're on the right path for yourself. You're doing what is necessary for you. Like I said, that me time. You need to break away. You need to make sure that you are doing what you need to do for yourself, not just physically, but also emotionally, intellectually. What are you doing to feed yourself, to feed your soul? What are you doing for yourself? So you need to take the time to do that. You need to really, that healing that needs to be done. When you're too busy, when you're too involved in other things for other people, oftentimes you forget yourself. You allow yourself to be abandoned. You cannot do that. And this week, Scorpio, you're going to be working on healing yourself, your inner child per se. Paying attention to what you want and what you need, what makes you happy. And then your 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is talking about a peaceful resolution, feeling like some conflict has ended. You've been through some turbulent times, some things that are not pleasant. You have been sacrificing your own happiness, your own things for someone else. This week, that's going to kind of just calmly come to a stop. The Hermit is not doing anything quick or rash. He's not a knight. The Hermit is saying, let's do this for ourselves. Let's make sure that we aren't breaking any eggs. We aren't rocking any boats. But this week is for me and what I need to do for myself. So again, that 10 of Swords is just saying you are definitely going to get some peaceful resolution. Feel like this turbulence and all this needing to do the things that other people need you to do, want you to do, that's not going to be happening for you this week, Scorpio. You're going to be good for yourself. And then we have your action, your 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands saying that you are going to be making some plans for yourself from a very optimistic and very stable point of view. You're going to be doing things that work well for you, things that bring you happiness, and you will have a reliable partner to help you with that. So this is where you're bringing someone else into the picture, and that's because you have had the opportunity to really regroup for yourself. So if you're in a relationship, Scorpio, that means you're going to be at a better place once you finish this time for yourself. If you're not in a one-on-one relationship, the relationships you have with the people in your world, in your little circle, are going to be better as well because you've taken time for yourself. It's important to do that. You have your Ace of Wands talking about inspiration and creativity and just success in general, future success. So this time that you're taking for yourself is very beneficial for you, Scorpio. You're going to come out of this really raring to go, ready to make things happen, and they will. You will be on the right path and you will know where you're going because you've had time to step back and contemplate. Then you have your 7 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords is talking about, the 7 of Wands. Sorry, you guys. 7 of Wands is talking about being able to have advantage over your adversaries, being successful even with people standing you down, you can't do this, or telling you this is not a good idea. You have had the time and effort to really think about what you need, what you want, what is important to you, what would make you happy. So with that 7 of Wands, it's saying you are going to be successful in those endeavors that you desire. Those things you want to accomplish, you will. Whether other people think you can or should, or whatever they think is what they think. And what you're thinking is what you are thinking. You're going to manifest what you want. You're going to create your positive future. And then last but not least, we have your King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is just talking about just straight success, economic power, and being very abundant. Knowing that your financial success is there. And I believe with all of these other things falling into place the way that they should for you this week, Scorpio, money, why wouldn't money be in that as well? So you are doing what you need to do for yourself, and that is always a good thing. I don't think it'll hurt anyone. Certainly not you. And that is what I am seeing for you, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me, and I want to invite you to join me for your weekly reading. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.